Cover your assets, the game where you steal other people's stuff and then you cover it before they can steal it back. In this video, we're going to walk you through how to play Cover Your Assets, including how to set it up, gameplay, how to win, and then we will end with additional rules, so stay to the very end for that information. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with the setup. It's really easy. Shuffle the cards together. This is a big deck of cards. It's kind of hard to shuffle. Okay, and once everything is shuffled, go ahead and hand 4 cards to each player face down. And the remaining cards can be placed in a stack in the middle of the game board. Then you will place 1 card as a discard pile and start the discard. So now you have, everyone has 4 pieces. You have a draw pile and a discard pile, and you are ready to get started. You can look at your cards, but you want to keep your cards secret from all the other players. For the sake of this video, I'm not going to lay out my cards because I don't want to confuse you. I'm going to keep them in my hand. Let's talk about the purpose of the game before we get too far into it. All of these cards have different values on them, and you'll be creating a bank of valuable assets. And at the end of the game, the person who reaches 1 million first wins. And usually it takes a couple of rounds of playing to reach 1 million. So we will walk you through how to go through each round as well as how to keep track of score. Now let's talk about actual gameplay. If you have 2 of a kind, you can place them down in front of you. If you have a card that matches the top card on the discard, you can play that card as well as play the card that was in the discard pile. Now let's pretend this player, so they can take, because they have a jewel in their hand, they can put the jewel from their hand and then take the card in the discard pile and add it to their stack and make it a pair. So now they have a pair laid down. If it is your turn and you don't have any cards that you can play as a pair, you don't have anyone that you can challenge, so you have to discard a card before you can draw a new card because there's no other actions they can take. So this person discards their piggy and draws to end their turn. Another action that you can do is, if you already have what's considered a bank, and I'll go through that in a moment, you can challenge someone else. You can challenge them if their cards are on top by putting the card out on your turn. If this person has another coin collection, so they're going to place it on top and say, no, I really want to keep these coins, then this person has to go, okay, I have no other cards. So they lost the challenge. This person gets to keep all of the coins that they just got from that challenge. Now it's this person's turn. They don't want anyone to steal their baseball cards because they're really valuable to them. So they put the pair on top of the baseball cards, and now no one can steal the baseball cards unless someone steals the stocks. For example, this person has stocks. They go, I challenge you for stocks. Well, actually, I have a stock, so no. And this person goes, here's a wild card, and this person has nothing else to counter the challenge, so they lose the stocks. And then it's the next person's turn. By the time it's this person's turn, they have baseball cards, and they could choose, I challenge you, and they place their card down on the pile. And if this person has a baseball card, they can protect their stack by playing that baseball card. They don't, but they do have this silver, which silver works just like because it's a wild, works just like a baseball card. So this player can place, no, I've got a silver, I want to keep my baseball cards. And this person goes, well, I've got a gold, and it doesn't matter the value of the wild cards, it just matters what card is on top. Now this person played their gold, and this player has no other moves they can to counter, so this player gets to take all of the baseball cards, everything that was used in the challenge, and they now add that to their stack. They draw 2 cards to bring their cards back up to 4, and their turn is over. This person draws back up to 1 more so they can have 4, and it is now this person's turn. Before you can start challenging people, you have to have what's called a bank, and that is a pair of cards that are 2 of the same kind, and you place them together and they're at the very bottom of your stack. No one can take your bank, so these cards are safe and you can't steal them. Now that this person has a bank, they can start challenging other players. Now this player has baseball cards, and they may want to challenge this person for their baseball cards, but they can't because they don't have a bank. Let's get everyone to have a bank. So for example, in this hand, I have a bank account, gold, silver, and coin collection. I'm going to do the bank account with gold and place this as my bank. Even though these aren't matching cards, this is a wild, so it's okay. And now I have a bank as well. You continue this process until all of the cards are played, so they're all gone and they're all in. There's only discard piles left. At this point, you play until your entire hand is gone as well. So here's my hand right now, and I can look at, okay, I can challenge this person. So you challenge this person. This person has no way of protecting their baseball cards, so they lose the entire stack. And and now this person only has 3 cards, but there's no draw pile, so they can't draw anymore. This person doesn't have any, they aren't able to grab from the discard pile. They don't have any pairs, and so the only thing they can do is discard something. So they'll discard one of their cards and their turn is over. This person has baseball cards and homes, so they can either challenge for the baseball cards or they can place the homes. And for its sake of this example, they're just going to play their homes, and now their turn is over. This person has 2 cash under the mattress, a bank account, and a home. They can choose to take, because they have a bank account, they can place that down, take the card from the discard pile, and their turn is over. And this process continues until all of the cards are gone. You can use a wild to challenge someone, or you can hold on to it to the very end. And if you don't have anything else you can do, you can discard. This person's going to challenge this person to the baseball cards, and this player goes, nope, I want to keep my baseball cards. They lose because there's no other cards for them to play. So the cards get added to the baseball card stack. And notice how the baseball cards are on top, not the wild cards. That way someone knows what stack is here, so they know what they can challenge. This person's turn. Say they go after the homes. This person has nothing to defend it with, so they get to steal their homes, and this person's turn is over. This person has nothing else to do, so they have to discard their cars. This person has a car, so they're going to place that on their card. And now their turn is over. This person has no other actions they can do, so they will discard. This person can lay both the cards on their cash under the mattress pair on top. And there's only one player left in the game, which is this player, and they can't do anything with it, so they discard it. And that is the end of the round. At the end of each round, each player is going to go through and count their cards. The value of the card is notated for 5,000 here. It also says 5K here. So you can go through and count how much each player has. So this one would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 105, 115, and then 115 plus 25, and 185, jeez. And then 200, so 285 is the score for this person. And you'd record that on a note card, and then you would everyone would count, everyone keeps track, and then you're going to repeat this process. So everyone puts their cards in the middle again. You shuffle them, deal 4 cards to each player, and the next round begins. And you repeat this process until someone reaches the 1 million mark. Now let's talk about additional rules. We already talked about how you have to have a bank before you can play. Other rules would be you can only lay down in pairs. You aren't allowed to lay down more than 2 cards at a time. Unless if you're challenging someone and they have a fat stack, then you're taking the stack, but you're only allowed to put 2 of a kind together, not 3 of a kind. You can't pair 2 wilds together and place them down. It has to be paired with an asset. So it can be of any value, but it has to be paired with an asset. It can't be paired with another wild card. You must discard before getting another card. So if you don't have anything that you can do during your turn, you must discard before you draw a new card. You do not grab cards until the end of the challenge and a winner has been chosen. This person has a stock and they want to challenge this person to take their stocks. Though this person has 2 golds and could win the challenge, they can choose not to spend their gold and just give the stocks to the other person. This is strategic because it's possible that even though you have 2 gold, they might have 3 gold or something like that, so they can still win. Also, you might be holding on to this gold for later in the game. But even if you have a stock or a means of fighting the challenge, you don't have to fight the challenge. You can just give them the asset. I hope this video was helpful for you, and now you can play Cover Your Assets confidently. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Also, if you have house rules, please leave them as a comment in the section below, because I love seeing house rules and trying new things, and I know a lot of people in the community do as well. So please provide those to us. We would love it. And thanks again so much for watching this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and enjoy playing Cover Your Assets. Okie dokie.